get across all of those headlines. Sky News senior reporter Carolyn Marcus joins me, and senior fellow at the Menzies Research Centre, Nick Cater. Welcome to you both. I want to start with this new survey today from the CSIRO that says Australians are more concerned about cheaper and more reliable power than they are about switching to renewables. Close to half of all respondents say they prioritise more affordable energy and the minimisation of power outages ahead of reducing carbon emissions. Now, in a double blow to Labor, close to a quarter of those surveyed say they would refuse to live anywhere near all these new transmission lines needed to connect renewables to the grid. And of course, to Nick, on the issue of solar and wind farms, I mean, these transmission lines are going to cost us around $100 billion. And I tell you, you get out into these regional communities, I am hard pressed to find anyone out there who are willing to support the rollout. And I think this is where the pushback has started, and it's also making a political impact. Indeed,
and I think this just shows once again that the government, that Anthony Albanese and Chris Bowen, really are out of touch with ordinary people. Because I'm not surprised by those results, by the way, Peter. I don't think you are too. That people say that cheap and reliable energy is more important than green or clean energy. I mean, that people want cleaner energy, for sure, but that of the three, those are the two priorities. And they can see they're not getting them under this government. Of course, there's other cost of living pressures. I think this is going to become an increasing issue. On the transmission lines, on the reactions to people living near transmission lines, this is a disaster for the government. You know, they were hoping to go out and campaign against Peter Dutton and nuclear energy by saying, would you like one of these in your backyard? Well, you know, the backyard for a nuclear power station is very small. With a small modular reactor, we're talking about a site of maybe 18 hectares. And yet these transmission lines and solar farms and wind developments are covering vast swathes of the Australian countryside, cutting through multiple electorates and just annoying a whole lot of people. I think this is a big problem politically for Labor, but it's also a problem in terms of their plan, because unless you get the transmission lines going, the whole thing falls to pieces, as it is in the United States, by the way, and people will stop investing in wind and solar because they have no hope of ever connecting them to the grid.